What up, Troy? Hey, Shanova, what's good? Hey, y'all, good morning, 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 good morning. Sorry, I was in the middle of a bunch of stuff. Good morning, Angie McWhirter. We gotta make this broadcast gotta get bigger, man. It's I'm in a spirit of, I'm in a season of change. I'm in a season of growth. I'm in a season of push forward. I'm in a season of get it done. I'm in a season of I'm in a season, y'all. Good morning. If you waking up and you are in a season of growth, if you are in a season of, if you are in a I'm in a season of growth this morning. I'm in a season of push forward. I'm using all of the external cues to change my life trajectory, and I'm doing it one day at a time. And I'm doing it one day at a time, and I'm doing it sort of using today's time, the timeline of, the kids going back to school, my wife getting back busy, and all that other shit. So why don't we do our Namste real quick? Why don't we get into a moment of clarity real fast? For those of you on Instagram joining me this morning, we do a moment of clarity every morning at 9:10. Some positivity and some inspiration for your day. Join my people here. You're joining my people on Facebook and YouTube. How do we get this positivity and shit going? Oh man, all we do is start with 3 deep cleansing breaths. One. 3. Why do we take these deep breaths? Because life got us so wound up that we don't know how to calm down a lot of the time. So let's calm this down. It's time for a moment of clarity this morning. Namaste. If you are joining me right here on Instagram, look at the people. Most of the people are on Facebook. Hop over to Facebook or YouTube. I'm live on Facebook and YouTube, and that's where we do our best work. Instagram don't really let me get down. Join me on Facebook or YouTube right now as we get into this moment of clarity. Namaste, everybody. Good morning, y'all. Now, let's talk about your season. I am here for a reason, not just a season. But I'm going to use this season to amplify my reason. Does that make sense to y'all? Right now, I'm in this growth phase. I can feel the pangs, P-A-N-G-S and P-A-I-N-S. The pains and pangs of growth happening right now in my life. The growth is all centered around the things that I have prioritized as my purpose, and I am using the seasonal cues to get to it. Well, what does that mean? That means as the kids go back to school, as the seasons change outside, as the fourth quarter, pops off for we enter in the last 3 months of the year, I'm using those and paying attention to those, setting deadlines, being intentional, making sure I get it done with using this season's energy. In the fall, we get back to work. We take care in the fall so we can. Traditionally, you took care of all of your harvesting and everything in the fall so you can make it through the winter. Well, nowadays in modern times, we get busy in the fall. We celebrate in the winter and we get busy, get ready for the new year. So I'm using all of that. And this spirit of growth that I'm in is coming from all of the shit we talk every day about getting better, being better, doing more, progressing, our purpose, walking in purpose, walking in alignment. And then those other things we talk about, it being intentional and being aware and being mindful and being focused, and all of those things have come online for me in the last couple of weeks. I feel myself getting centered and getting intentional and ready to tackle big challenges to get to my next steps. And this morning's moment of clarity, is to remind each of you to turn off all of the external garbage and get back to focusing on what really is your purpose, what really matters for you and your life, what really matters for your day-to-day wellness and mindfulness. I have to do a diet of, I'm like changing my food. Certain foods weren't serving me. Changing what I'm taking in from social media and everything. It's not serving me. Got rid of that shit. Watching who I hang around. What influences I'm actually allowing to get in and what I'm not allowing to get in. Setting boundaries for my success. I guess this morning's moment of clarity is to remind you that you can do the same. And if you are feeling like you want to get a good old challenge going in your life, you want to conquer your goals, you want to get to that life that you've been saying that you want to get to, that you've been procrastinating about, now's the time. Namaste, everybody. I bow down to the divine in each and every one of you. Woo. Amen. I'm Joe Clair. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Is you getting to it? Who up this morning trying to get to it? I'm in the middle of getting to it. Do I stumble? Do I fall? Yeah, but so? That don't mean shit. I was listening to a guy who I admire, wealthy, who we perceive as wealthy and everything else, and the problems he was describing that he had are the same problems that you and I had. There was no difference. He was just doing it with more money in his pocket. But he had bigger money problems. He had more money, but his money problems were huge. And his level of stress was just as bad as anybody else's level of stress. So I don't wish more money on everybody. I wish peace and blessings. Because 50 Cent said something very poignant the other day. He said, it's about your happiness. He said he's bought houses and cars and everything else. And he knows people who live in one-bedroom homes with the right person, and they are happy as can be. Their quality of life is through the roof. Meanwhile, millionaires popping pills and drinking all day and trying to find another vacation to ease their anxiety. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. It's 9:18. Stress is dangerous. Thank you, Shireen. Stress is dangerous. Get rid of that shit. But at the same time, if you're down, to chase your goals and chase your dreams. I'm on that mission right now. So let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. 9:18 in the morning time. Got something for y'all. Got something for y'all. Got something for you, mother. For you, ugly mother. Where'd it go? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Where'd it go? Anyway, comedy show this Saturday night. I don't even really gotta sell this. This right here is gonna be so dope. It's a very dope event. Come on out, man. I know comedy, and you know what it is. Finesse Mitchell, and this is for all my frat brothers. Finesse is a noob as well. Woo, look at them noobs. Finesse Mitchell, Mike Brooks, A.G. White, live music, plenty of food and drinks, grown people having a good time. You understand? Come on out this Saturday night. This Saturday night is going down. Get your tickets right now. Tell everybody. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. Tell your everybody. You know what I mean? Yes, these are heavy hitters. These are heavy hitters. My comedy show is filled with heavy hitters, and we bring them live every month to Bowie, right around the corner from your house. You in the house by the time, soon as you be in your house before I even get off the stage. Finesse Mitchell from Saturday Night Live. He's continuously touring. He was on Wendy Williams' show with Sherry Shepherd when Wendy was taking. Finesse is everywhere. And he's going to be with us in Bowie this Saturday night. Tickets are on sale right now. Get your tickets. Get your tickets. All right, 9:20 in the morning time. Hey, Rita, how you doing this morning? Kenneth, what's good? Tiffany, AWM, Shireen, Kenny Wallace, what's good? Nevada, good morning, my dear. Shireen, Ernie Bivens, what's up? 6 a.m. out there in Vegas. What up? Myron, how you doing? Serena. Romaine Wilkins, good morning, Romaine. Welcome, welcome. Well, hello, Darlene Jackson. Sherry Wood, what's good? D. Brooks, Charlie Joe, Shanova. How y'all doing this morning? Flavor in your ear, back at you. How you doing this morning? Up and about it. So last night I went to the studio. I did 2 songs. I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with them. We'll have to wait till we get them finished. And so I came in this morning to make something a little more. I was down here this morning before I got on with y'all, making something a little more commercial, a little more to my liking. The song, you know, when you have song, when you make music, you have a certain sound, a certain way, a certain emotion that this music is going to give you when you finish it. But once you go in and you execute, you're like, nah, that ain't it. You know what I mean? That's what's up this morning. I am on one. Session was good. My studio session was good last night. I did a song. Okay. All right. Assalamu alaikum, Aziz. Let me change this music out. No, I can't find the right beat. There we go. I have tracks coming and everything else, but we are heavy in the studio. And last night was, we did good work, but I'm just not happy with the songs. But I hear all the time artists go in, make records that they're not happy with. And then people turn around and say, oh, I love that record. Biggie did not want to make Big Papa. He did not want to make Big Papa at all. And Puffy told him, you make this record. You see what it is. So last night I got it in. I made, let me pull these records up. I'll pull them up. You know what I mean? I will pull them up. How the hell? Uh-oh. All right, so when you in here doing this show all by yourself, why I keep coming up over there? That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm trying to send something to my computer and it ain't acting right. Anyway, when you go into the studio, you will have times that you don't like what you come out with. That's part of the process. Last night, I'm not super happy with the records. As a matter of fact, I will not be playing them today until they're finished because there's some things that needed to be added to one.
It's Finesse Mitchell.
She want to buy the highest damn heel in the store because it matched the dress she want to wear. We all seen girls. We seen them at the club. They look good at 10:30. Shake it up, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. They having a good time. You seen that same girl leave the club at 1:30 in the morning? Look like a baby avatar. Can't fucking balance themselves. You see the big girl that give up in the parking lot? Bitch, bring the car up to the front. I'm not walking all the way back there. I told you I had a handicap sticker. We could have parked up here in the front.
This Saturday night with 2 showtimes, 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. at Bowie Center for the Performing Arts. Get your tickets.
There we go. Yeah, that was the commercial I was looking for. Man, I've been going all morning, going all night. I'm not playing them songs that I made last night. D say, let us hear the beats then. All right, listen. All right, D, since you talking shit. Do I need to double the hook? Oh, that's right, we about to sample. Yep. It's a powerful impact. Boom from the cannon. Powerful impact. The boom. It's a powerful impact. Boom from the cannon. Powerful impact. The boom. It's a powerful impact. Boom from the cannon. Powerful impact. The boom. It's a powerful impact. Boom from the cannon. Powerful impact. The boom. It's a powerful impact. Boom from the cannon. Powerful impact. The boom. It's a powerful impact. Boom from the cannon. Powerful impact. The boom. Beg your pardon, not to pour the salt in your wound. I was born with my dick, my balls in this boom. I'm the start of everything that young crackers consume. I'm the start of everything, so don't you bother me, dude. I calculate for more than y'all can ever conclude. Servitude. Yeah, I'll wait till I finish that joint to run that for y'all. When I finish this record, I'll play it for y'all. Ain't no mix. Darnell, nah, that ain't happening no time soon. When I get that record mixed, then I'll play it for y'all. Nah, that can't go neither. I'm looking for these tracks. There we go. All right. So, the beat was hot, but yeah, the beat be hot. But if the record don't be all the way complete, then we dead in the water. If the beat don't, we're about to take that sample. We're about to take what I did and make it sound like the Busta Rhymes sample. So yeah, we gotta probably put that Busta Rhymes sample in there. And when I get it finished, I'll play it for y'all. I don't like that. I don't like the way it sounds. And one of the rules, a rule is it's like a picture. Don't let anybody see your picture until it's complete. You feel what I mean? Because everybody has an idea what would make the picture complete. So, you make that. I'll let y'all know when I'm finished with that song. And I went in and made 2 songs yesterday. Thank you, Donnell. Yeah, we not that She record. We got other records. I got other records coming out. New music for old niggas, Volume 2. On its way. I'm hard at work, working, chipping away at it bit by bit. You got to chip away at it bit by bit. I hope y'all listened to Nas's last album. And did y'all see what the Rolling Stones said the other day? Did y'all see what the guy from the Rolling Stone had to say the other day? I erased it. Did I erase it? Yeah, I erased it. Let me share it with y'all. He said, this is the guy, the founder of the Rolling Stone magazine, said that he wrote a book. He wrote a new book. This is the guy from Rolling Stone magazine. He wrote a new book, and it's where he interviews rock and roll masters. And on stage in his book, when he was talking about in his book, he was saying, on stage, they asked him about how he came to interview the people that he interviewed in his book. And he said that he didn't interview any women or black artists because he didn't feel like they raised themselves to the level of genius status. So Prince don't reach genius level? He revolutionized rock, saved Jaws magazine more than once or twice. Purple Rain alone make him better than Bob Dylan. Free from the 1999 album make him better than John Lennon. Didn't one of them new kids on the block or the Backstreet Boys or whatever redo I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man? Just because you had to, because you can't write a better song than him? Nothing Compares to You by Prince, redone by Sinead O'Connor, don't make him a master? Lady Cab Driver by itself shut y'all up in the rock and roll. Get the fuck. Man had on high heels, tight pants, and a Captain Morgan shirt and conquered the world. Tell me he ain't a genius. Rolling Stone magazine, you can't find nobody better than Prince in none of them categories that you talking about. And you know it and I know. He run all y'all off the court. Shirts versus blouses. The fuck out of here with that bullshit. So that's how I feel about it right there. And so of course he came back and he I apologize and I understand how you said some racist bullshit. But here's the thing. Men like him operate from this very small lens of view of the world. They feel like, rock and roll wasn't legitimate until Elvis picked up a guitar. But Elvis would tell you, shit, I couldn't do it till they did it. If it wasn't for, they showed me how to do it. Matter of fact, they do it better than me every time. Now, he didn't say anything about Prince, Keisha. He said that black artists aren't geniuses when it comes to rock and roll and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and things of that nature. Let me run. And so I was like, well, I only have to name one I only gotta name one. And here it go. So Prince don't reach genius level? He revolutionized rock, saved Jaws magazine more than once or twice. Purple Rain alone make him better than Bob Dylan. Free from the 1999 album make him better than John Lennon. Didn't one of them new kids on the block or the Backstreet Boys or whatever redo I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man? Just because you had to, because you can't write a better song than him? Nothing Compares to You by Prince, redone by Sinead O'Connor, don't make him a master? Lady Cab Driver by itself shut y'all up in the rock and roll hall. Get the fuck. Man had on high heels, tight pants, and a Captain Morgan shirt and conquered the world. Tell me he ain't a genius. Rolling Stone magazine, you can't find nobody better than Prince in none of them categories that you talking about. You know it and I know. He run all y'all off the court. Shirts versus blouses. The fuck out of here with that boo. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's how I feel. And then I could go, there's millions of them. There's so many people we could go through that are genius level when it comes to rock and roll. He mentioned Bob Dylan. He mentioned John Lennon. And I'm sure he'll go down that long line, Jerry Garcia and all them. All of those people. Eric Clapton, all of them had to take bites out of this black apple of music to be able to do what they did. And then this guy who wrote, right, the actual magazine is named after a Muddy Waters song. And that's where the Rolling Stones stole their name from. So he retracted, he apologized. He said, he did the same old, I didn't realize my statements were going to be so divisive. I misspoke when I said, you ain't misspoke. When I hear like, I have to put it this way. When I hear white men be dismissive of everybody except white men or white men's standards and white men culture, you didn't make a mistake. That's what you believe. You said what you believed. He said it with his chest. They always, I misspoke. You ain't misspoke. That's how you usually talk. That's how you usually talk, and we know it. Elvis stole Hound Dog. Oh, it's so many records that have been stolen. So many records that have been stolen. Y'all ain't even know black folks made them records first. But beyond that, he said that you couldn't even have these people weren't able to have a genius level discussion with him when he did the interviews. I was like, what? What is he talking about? That let me know that he doesn't understand what the word genius. He doesn't understand the word genius or master. He does not. He doesn't get it. Genius does not have anything to do with studying. Genius come from in here. And you just got it. Prince got it. You feel what I'm saying? So they giving accolades to the people who don't deserve accolades. And so anyway. Whew. Hey, Pam. Yeah, he said what he said, Pam. He said all we do is recycle. Kevin said all we do is recycle and remix music. Listen to Puffy album. Well, I'm over here making original joints. I don't recycle nothing. I don't even use samples. So, that's what that is. He said that all of that to say what? He wanted to say we weren't purchasing Rolling Stone, so he didn't interview us. We were genius level. We just weren't buying that shit. That's basically what he's saying. He meant what he said. He came back and apologized, but I couldn't believe it. out of all the stuff that they snatch from black folks. So Prince don't reach genius level? He revolutionized rock, saved Jaws magazine more than once or twice. Purple Rain alone make him better than Bob Dylan. Free from the 1999 album make him better than John Lennon. Didn't one of them new kids on the block or the Backstreet Boys or whatever redo I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man? Just because you had to, because you can't write a better song than him? Nothing Compares to You by Prince, redone by Sinead O'Connor, don't make him a master? Lady Cab Driver by itself shut y'all up in the rock and roll. Get the fuck. Man had on high heels, tight pants, and a Captain Morgan shirt and conquered the world. Tell me he ain't a genius. Rolling Stone magazine, you can't find nobody better than Prince in none of them categories that you talking about. You know it and I know. He run all y'all off the court. Shirts versus blouses. The fuck out of here with that bull. Yeah, man. Out here talking, they say anything these days. You know what I mean? They just say anything. They just be saying anything. Anyway. It's 9:39 in the morning time. Anybody got real estate questions? I got a couple of clients right now some clients are making progress in purchasing their home. I have a client who is about to put her house on the market. She's really nervous. She raised her kids and everything in this house, and now it's time to move on. She's downsizing, and she's a little nervous about it. She has a bunch of anxiety wrapped around it. As you know, as it happens with all of us when we are making major moves in our lives. I'm sorry. So Prince don't reach genius level? No, that's not what I was looking for. I meant to break up the show and go into real estate. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I did not Anyway, real estate time. So she's downsizing. And for those of us, we're going to, this is something to put on your radar. If your kids are moving out, they're going to college and you're an empty nester is what they call it. You're home by yourself. And you're like, what am I doing with all this space? Why do I still live out here? Blah, 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 blah. You might want to think of downsizing. I watched my mom go from a house to, I don't need none of that. Give me an apartment. I watched one of my good frat brothers do the same thing. Once his son was off to college, him and his wife downsized, moved. So there are certain things that you want to consider if you are downsizing. There's certain things to look at and ask about if you are downsizing. Sylvia did it. Sylvia Crawford said that's exactly what I did. Sylvia, oh Lord. Oh, we done got stuck. Oh, there we go. Sylvia, I had to plug my hard drive back in. It had came out. Sylvia said that's exactly what I did. Kids got grown. Moved on. And she was like, fuck staying in this house. My mother did it. Charlie Joe did it, and I have a new client. She's doing that right now. She's super nervous about it though. I have to leave. I don't want to leave my friends and my store is here and my dry cleaners, And I'm like, lady, you done made it in America. This is a black woman. I'm like, you done made it in America and raised these kids, so on and so forth. Done got over that trifling ex-husband and blah, blah, blah. Man, you better keep it pushing. You're going to find a brand new cleaners. You're going to find a new this and a new that. So you will be fine. So keep that in mind. If you know anybody who is, at that point and they downsizing and they need some help, tell them give me a call. I got you. I'm going to hold you down. And even in this climate, you can find a great deal on condos and things of that nature. She said, Sylvia says it's definitely a change of lifestyle, but it's wonderful eventually. Yeah. And fellas too. I knew a cat as soon as his daughter went away her freshman year, that man went and got him a 2-bedroom condo in the city so she can come visit. Oh, he living his best life. All day, every day. Got all kinds of little friends stopping by. Got all kinds of little friends stopping by. Anyway. Anybody got questions? Nah, hit me up, Darnell. Send me a text, man. Kevin asks, does it make sense to buy real estate out of a city or state and use a property management company? Are they expensive? Yes, it makes perfect sense. That's what a lot of people do. And that's when you start thinking about your properties and owning your assets and everything like a business. If you were a businessman, if you saw the owner of Coons Ford or Sheehy, and you saw Sheehy out there and he was doing regular stuff every day, you'd be like, hold on a second, you don't have nobody that does that? That's what a project manager does for you. A project manager allows you to treat your asset like a business and keep it pushing. And so getting a property manager out of town is the way to go. Are they expensive to use? They can be if you don't do your due diligence and he is over there getting over on you. But most of them are worth their salt because they take care of the things that you do not feel like taking care of. You have a full plate at home and you have a plate elsewhere. You need somebody to take care of that. You need somebody to report to you about your business, about your asset, about these things. Keep the schedule of getting the grass cut and making sure the fence is mended. And, is the city giving you any fines or any of that kind of shit? So yeah, having a property management company is the way to go. Now, let me say this. Make sure you do your due diligence, because if I was a nefarious property manager and you were out of state and you were not checking in on me regularly, I'm going to get over on your ass. I'm going to say that you got repairs all the time. I need to repair it for this, and this need to be repaired, and that need to be repaired. And maybe I'm just pocketing your money. You ain't coming down here to see. Or maybe I don't even want you to own this property. I want to give it to my partner. He owns several properties around here. How about if I make it difficult for you to keep owning it, and then hopefully you'll sell it, and I know somebody who wants to buy it. We had somebody who tried to pull the rug from out under us in Florida. And I was like, fuck, he was shocked as shit when I pulled up on him. When I took a Spirit airline flight on this motherfucker. You hear me? I hopped on a Spirit airline flight and pulled up on his ass because he had been talking to my wife. Man, when I pulled up on him and I went to his office, I called him and talked to him, boom, 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 and I was sitting in front of his office and I'm listening to him lie to me about being in his office. When I told him I was sitting out front, he knew he was getting fired. He knew that management company was getting fired, and his job was in jeopardy because I was about to let his supervisor know, that fuck shit. And then we went down to City Hall to pull permits and all kinds of other little shit from the deeds office. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, Kevin. So I have to come there 3 times per year to check on it physically. You might if the person is good, you might only got to go once. If the person is good, you might only have to go once. If they some shit, you might got to go every month. Comes down to due diligence. Remember this, everybody. Remember this. People are just like us. So just because they have the title of property manager doesn't necessarily mean that they are automatically super proficient in their jobs. You may hire a property manager that is the biggest headache you ever had, and you might have to go check on that house once a month. Or you might hire a property manager who is incredible, and you only got to go once a year. Most of them will be, you got to go see them quite often, and you got to, not quite often, maybe, twice a year, and you want to keep in great contact with them on the regular. You're the boss at this point. You become the boss, and they're going to listen to what you say. They want your money to keep flowing into their office. Therefore, they're going to listen to what you say, and you're going to have to take a little bit of an authoritative tone with them as well. If you're not used to being the boss, you're going to have to get used to being the boss and take a little bit of authoritative tone with these people so that you get your shit right, because it's your money at the end of the day. It's your asset, your property, and you don't want to throw money down the drain. And that's how that go. That's how that go. Any other questions? Down there, you gotta hit me. All right, so this has been circulating on the web the last couple of days. If you legally bury a relative on your property, do you still have to pay property taxes? Now, they say that if you bury a loved one on your property, that you no longer have to pay property taxes. It's now like your home now gets this new status. It's like you basically live in a cemetery, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. If I was you, I would research some more. I would research that a whole lot before believing this one, Jay. Because if that was the case, people would have been doing this a long time ago. The wealthy would have been doing this a long time ago. I know Trump did it, and we see that he did it, and maybe the state of Florida allows you and, go, use this loophole. I don't know. So that's where you might want to start, Jay. That's where you can start doing the research. Did Donald Trump's golf course now receive no property tax because he buried his ex-wife on the property? I don't know. Okay. All right, Donnell. Got you. All right, Donnell. I got you. All right, y'all. It's 9:45. It's 9:50. If y'all don't mind, I have an 11 o'clock downtown that I got to get to, so I'm going to hop off now and run and go try to make my 11 o'clock on time. And I want to thank y'all, and I say I'll be back in here tomorrow, 9 a.m. Share this with a friend. Let people know we are here every morning. This is where you share a cup of coffee on the internet. Right here on Joe Clair Live. Joe Clair Live, it's Joe Clair Live. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a great day, man. All right, stay safe.